Welcome to the Rock Your World Naturally show, sharing God's prescription for total health in spirit, soul, and body. I'm your host, Rakesia McMillan, award-winning author, Air Force veteran, and total health coach. I'm passionate about sharing biblical truth, scientific research, and practical lifestyle approaches to help heal your world naturally. Greetings, God bless you, and welcome to the Rock Your World Naturally show. I'm your host, Rakesia McMillan, also known as the Total Health Coach, where we are rocking your world with all things natural. It's the place where healthy women rock. How are things going in your world? Even as a health coach, I am always looking for ways to improve my health. As we have been focusing on holistic living this month, I've even made adjustments in my own life to help me to stay focused on living holistically. And I just want to encourage you, if you are embarking on the journey to living a more holistic life, keep on going. The key is to start out with one simple change. That could be drinking more water, adding more vegetables, switching out your cleaning products to toxic products to non-toxic. It could mean walking during your breaks at work. It's that one simple change that can result in big improvements. Welcome to Mental Health Monday, where we focus on issues that impact our mental well-being. Studies continually show that there is a science behind food and our mood. The connection between how we eat and our emotions stems from the close relationship between your brain and your gastrointestinal tract, often called the second brain. Today's topic: how food affects your mood. If there's a health topic you want to hear discussed on the show, or you have a health-related question, send me an email at womenrockhealthcoaching@gmail.com. I'm also looking for women who would like to co-host with me on the show. If you feel that you embody the Rock Your World Naturally lifestyle, reach out to me. I'd love to have you co-host with me. Our show is being brought to you today by two sponsors. As a health coach, one of the areas that many of my clients struggle with is drinking more water. When I ask why they don't incorporate more water into their lives, it all boils down to this one simple thing. Water just tastes plain. And I get it. If you're accustomed to drinking sugary drinks, then it can be a challenge to drink more water. And one of the ways that I work with my clients to help them to drink more water is by providing creative ways to add more flavor. This could be done through fruit infusions, adding essential oils to their water, or even enjoying herbal deep teas after a meal. One of the ways that I recommend getting more water into their day is through the Slim Crystal water bottle. Water is not just a liquid, but it's a nutrient. It nourishes every major system in our human body. It helps to keep our brains functioning. It hydrates our blood cells. Water detoxes our lungs, our liver, and our kidneys. The Slim Crystal water bottle is the world's only crystal water bottle created to infuse water so that it can help support healthy weight loss. Drinking 2 to 3 liters of water from the Slim Crystal water bottle each day is a great way to support healthy weight loss, maintain healthy digestion, have high energy levels, and can support your health, long-term youthfulness, amongst many other benefits. This is a one-of-a-kind water bottle because it's infused with 9 authentic gemstones that were created by God. And just like essential oils and plant life, each gemstone has a specific healing property. And it just makes sense because everything that God created is filled with His life-giving and healing power, including gemstones. This bottle contains healing gemstones to include red jasper, amethyst, clear quartz, and others. We are so confident that you will love this product that it comes with a 100% satisfaction and a 60-day money-back guarantee. You can go to my website, womenrockhealthcoaching.com, click on the Work With Me link and Slim Crystal water bottle to order your water bottle today. It's an excellent way to taste the sweet taste of water, hydrate your body, lose weight naturally, and feel great all day long with the Slim Crystal water bottle. In my book, Rock Your World Naturally, 7 Divine Keys to Unlock Extraordinary Health, I share my personal testimony about how God showed me 7 keys within the Bible to restore my failing health. And each of these keys provided powerful detoxification for my body that took my health to a whole new level that rocked my world naturally. And to further my health journey, I had to renew my mind to health. And I enrolled in the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. This is the largest nutrition school in the world. Through IIN, I was taught how to nourish, heal, and thrive in all aspects of my life. The Institute for Integrative Nutrition integrates science and the spiritual and teaches you how to tap into the innate wisdom of the body to transform all facets of your health and find your purpose to transform your life. With more than 95 world-class educators who are leading physicians, researchers, and wellness experts at the forefront of the health revolution, the IIN Health Coach Training Program provides a holistic health education that cannot be matched. And because of the education that I received through IIN, I am now living a life that I truly do love. And maybe you're a woman who's listening and you want to find out more about health and education. You too can live a life that you love by joining IIN's next generation of health coaches. Ladies, you can unlock your potential to nourish, heal, and thrive. If you'd like to take your health to the next level and become a part of the next generation of health coaches to help other women to live healthier and happier lives, or even start a new career, visit my website at womenrockhealthcoaching.com. Click on the link that says I'm in. That's the capital letters IIN. Once you're there, you can take a free sample class. You can explore if IIN is an option for you. And you can also receive an additional 20% off of IIN's special 30th year anniversary price. Today is Mental Health Monday, where I'm discussing how food affects your mood. And I want to start out by talking about it's time to think about what you are eating. And in our Western culture, our eating has taken a toll not only on our nation physically, spiritually, emotionally, but also financially. And we put ourselves at a great disadvantage when we are wastefully spending our financial resources on food products that contribute to sickness. Yet day in and day out, our culture consumes staggering amounts of unhealthy, toxic food that is impacting our physical, mental, and our spiritual health. And we are simply not taking time to think about what we are eating on a spiritual level. Rather than embracing a whole food lifestyle as prescribed in the Bible, we are consuming dangerous food substances that we were never meant to eat. And one example that I love and that I refer to often is found in the book of Daniel. And it gives the account of Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, and how they made the decision to not eat food that was polluted based upon biblical principles. And because their choices stem from their obedience and their love for God, they experienced amazing health and were found to be unparalleled in wisdom, spiritual agility, the interpretation of dreams, their leadership ability, and they were also gifted in the mathematics and the sciences. And this further proves that eating biblically has everything to do with how we function mentally, emotionally, spiritually, as well as physically. And here's the account found in Daniel, the first chapter, verses 11 through 15. And it reads, Daniel spoke with the attendant who had been appointed by the chief of staff to look after Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Please test us for 10 days on a diet of vegetables and water, Daniel said. At the end of the 10 days, see how we look compared to the other young men who are eating the king's food. Then make your decision in light of what you see. The attendant agreed to Daniel's suggestion and tested them for 10 days. At the end of the 10 days, Daniel and his 3 friends looked healthier and better nourished than the young men who had been eating the food assigned by the king. So after that, the attendant fed them only vegetables instead of the food and wine provided for the others. Daniel chapter 1, verses 11 to 15. In reading this and correlating it to our time now, God's plan for food has never changed. His plan has always been simplistic in nature, yet it is embedded with spiritual principles. And when followed, God's way leads to living a life that is healthy and overflowing with vitality and strength for our body, for our spirit, as well as our soul. And so we see that with these young men that there is something to eating a whole food diet or a clean diet. It promoted their mental well-being, spiritual well-being, their physical well-being. And so that lets us know that food does in fact affect your mood. And so the question is there a science behind food and mood? The connection between diet and emotion stems from the close relationship between your brain and your gastrointestinal tract, often called the second brain. And so here's how it works. Your gastrointestinal tract is the home to billions of bacteria that influence the production of neurotransmitters. These are chemical substances that constantly carry messages from the gut to the brain. And 2 examples of this are dopamine and serotonin. Those are 2 common examples. And dopamine is a type of neurotransmitter that your body makes, and your nervous system uses it to send messages between your nerve cells. And then we have serotonin. This is a chemical messenger that's believed to act as a mood stabilizer. It's said to help produce healthy sleeping patterns as well as boost your mood. And so eating healthy food, it promotes the growth of good bacteria, which in turn positively affects neurotransmitter production. And on the other hand, a steady diet of junk food, processed food, it causes inflammation that hampers the production of neurotransmitters. And when neurotransmitter production is in good shape, your brain receives these positive messages loud and clearly, and your emotions reflect that. But when the production goes down, so does your mood. And one food in particular that impacts the neurotransmitter production as well as the gut health is sugar. In our nation, we are over-consuming sugar at an alarming rate. And sugar in particular is considered a major culprit of inflammation. Plus, it feeds bad bacteria to your gastrointestinal tract. And ironically, it can also cause a temporary spike in your feel-good neurotransmitters like dopamine. So when you're eating and when you're ingesting sugar, some people feel like they need to eat a candy bar or they need something sweet in order to increase their energy levels. And that's what we mean when we say there's a spike in that feel-good state of mind. And that's not good either, because what happens is that there's a temporary sugar rush, and that's followed by a crash, meaning that your mood drops severely when you're consuming large amounts of sugar. And so when we're sticking to a diet of healthy food, we're setting ourselves up for fewer mood fluctuations. You'll experience being happier overall. Your outlook, your focus improves. And studies have shown that found that eating healthy diets can help with symptoms of depression and anxiety. And unhealthy diets are constantly linked to an increased risk of dementia as well as strokes. A 2017 study found that the symptoms of people with moderate to severe depression improved when they received nutritional counseling sessions and ate a more healthful diet for 12 weeks. The improved diet focused on fresh and whole foods that were high in nutrients. It also limited processed refined foods, sweets, and fried foods, including junk food. Depressive symptoms, including mood and anxiety, improved enough to achieve remission criteria in more than 32% of the patients. The researchers concluded that people could help manage or improve their symptoms of depression by simply addressing their diet. And so once again, scientific research is confirming what the Bible has already clearly outlined, as we read in Daniel, the first chapter, that there is something significantly connected to our body, soul, and spirit, that whatever affects our mental state affects how we operate and function physically in the world. And so if you're looking to incorporate some preventative measures into your life to combat depression or to get out of it through foods that will boost your mood, I'm going to share some of those with you now. So vitamin D helps to improve symptoms of depression, according to many studies. And people obtain most of their vitamin D through sun exposure, but dietary sources are also very important. So here are some foods that you can eat. You can eat oily fish, beef liver, which is an excellent one. You can also have eggs. So those are some of your vitamin D sources to boost your mood. We also have some omega-3 fatty acids, and eating omega-3 fatty acids helps to reduce the risk of mood disorders as well as brain diseases by enhancing our brain function and preserving the myelin sheath that protects our nerve cells. And so here are some good omega-3 fatty acids. And these are some of my favorites, like the cold water fish, salmon, sardines, tuna, as well as mackerel. Some other omega-3 fatty acids are flaxseed oils, chia seeds. I actually had some of this for my smoothie today. You can put some flaxseed oil, and even chia seeds in your smoothies to get that omega-3 fatty acid into your diet on a daily basis. Walnuts is also an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids. Antioxidants. This can come in the form of vitamin A, also known as beta carotene, vitamin C, and E, because all of these contain substances called antioxidants. And antioxidants are crucial to our health because they help to remove free radicals from the body. And these are waste products of the natural body that processes that can build up in the body. And so if the body cannot eliminate enough free radicals, or there is stress that is developed, there's a number of health problems that can result as a result of having too many of these free radicals in the body. And so when we're consuming foods with vitamin A, C, and E, it helps to remove those free radicals from the system because they damage the blood cell. They damage our immune system. And so again, a number of problems can result to include anxiety and depression if our bodies are overloaded with free radicals. And so we need to consume fresh plant-based foods such as berries, which are a good source of antioxidants. Blueberries, one of my favorites, is one of those sources. A diet that's rich in fruits and vegetables and other plant-based products can also help to reduce the stress-related symptoms of depression to help remove those free radicals from the system. Other vitamins you want to incorporate, the B vitamins, such as B12, B9, folate, folic acid, helps to protect and maintain the nervous system to include our brain health. These can also help to reduce the risk and symptoms of mood disorders such as depression. Some of the foods that contain B12 are eggs, meat, poultry, fish, oysters, some dairy or milk products, and even some fortified cereals. Foods that contain folate, these are our beautiful dark leafy green vegetables to include collards, spinach, kale, including those in your diet. Fruits and fruit juices, 100% fruit and fruit juices, freshly pressed. We have our nuts, we have our beans or our legumes, whole grains and dairy products, meat and poultry, seafood, as well as eggs. Zinc is a very big mood booster because it helps the body to perceive taste, but it also boosts our immune system, which can also influence depression. If many of you remember, and even still during the COVID-19 outbreak, zinc was one of the main vitamins that they were encouraging individuals to get into their body because it helps to build up the immunity as well as help with the health of your brain. Here are some of the foods that you want to be able to incorporate to add more zinc to your life. We've got our whole grains, oysters, beef and chicken, beans and legumes, and nuts to include pumpkin seeds. And pumpkin seeds are an easy way. Sometimes I'll throw some of those in my smoothie as well. You can sprinkle them on your salad, have them as a snack throughout the day. Pumpkin seeds are very easy and a great way to include zinc in your life on a daily basis. Getting protein into our diet. Protein enables our bodies to grow and repair, and it also helps people with depression. The body uses a protein called tryptophan to create serotonin, or the feel-good hormone. So here's tryptophan in some of the foods that we want to be able to eat. The tuna, the turkey, the chickpeas, all of those contain tryptophan in order to help to boost and elevate your mood. Probiotics, foods such as yogurt, kefir, can also help boost levels of beneficial bacteria in the gut. And for those of you that may have never had kefir, it's like a smoothie type of yogurt. Comes in a lot of delicious flavors: blueberry, peach, strawberry, raspberry. You can find a very good quality kefir in your regular grocery store. And so healthy gut microbiotics help to reduce the symptoms and also help to reduce depression. Weight management. This is one that we certainly have to include in the ways to ward off depression, because obesity raises the risk of depression in a lot of studies that it's reflecting. And so the increased risk may be due to hormonal or immunological changes that occur in people with obesity. And so a person who is overweight can also consult with their doctor or work with someone to help to lose that weight. Some of the diets that they prescribe are the dietary approaches to stop hypertension, because they're showing that not only does being obese create depression, but it could also lead to hypertension. So having those foods in your diet that are rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, that includes fat-free, low-fat dairy products, fish, poultry, legumes, nuts. This is going to help to not only lose the weight, but it's also going to help you to reduce the risk of depression. And so after the commercial break, I'll share foods to avoid. We've taken a look at the foods that we need to incorporate, those foods that we need to add to take preventative measures to ward off depression. Thanks for joining in. You're listening to the Rock Your World Naturally show, where we are rocking your world with all things natural according to God's plan for total health. It's the place where healthy women rock. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, all at Women Rock Health Coaching, for more content on how to rock your world naturally. Visit my website at womenrockhealthcoaching.com for information on upcoming webinars, events, health challenges, conferences, retreats, and more. Are you looking for a way to lose weight naturally but simply don't have time to go to the gym or follow a meal plan? Exapure is a natural dietary supplement that intends to support healthy weight loss. Exapure is unlike anything you've ever tried or experienced. It is the only product in the world with a proprietary blend of 8 exotic nutrients and plants designed to target low brown adipose tissue levels, the newfound root cause of your unexplained weight gain. Some of the exotic ingredients include organic non-GMO ginger, holy basil, and white Korean ginseng. Exapure comes with a 100% satisfaction, 180-day money-back guarantee. If you are not astonished at how fast your deep, stubborn fat stores melt away into pure energy, or shocked as you admire your new toned slim body in the mirror, then at any time, they'll refund every single penny of your investment. No questions asked. Go to my website, womenrockhealthcoaching.com, and click on the Work With Me link and select the Exapure link for discounted rates and to receive 2 free gifts. Today is Mental Health Monday, where I'm discussing how food affects your mood. And before the break, I shared foods that you want to incorporate into your diet to promote brain health. And now we're going to talk about foods to avoid, and some foods that may aggravate symptoms of depression. One of the main ones is alcohol consumption, and they show that there is certainly a clear link between alcohol and mental health. And a person may drink as a way to cope with depression, but alcohol can certainly aggravate or trigger new bouts of depression and anxiety. And regularly consuming large amounts of alcohol can lead to further complications such as accidents, family issues, loss of employment, and even health. And so when we look at this scripturally, the Bible is clear that our bodies are the temple of the living God, that we are agents of the Holy Spirit. 1 Corinthians 6:19 talks about our bodies being the temple of the Holy Spirit that we've received, that we must honor God in our bodies. And so God is concerned with how we treat our bodies, including what we eat and what we drink. So whether what we are eating or drinking, the Bible says in 1 Corinthians 10:31 that we are to do it all for the glory of God. And the wise King Solomon also said that wine is a mocker, beer is a brawler, and whoever is led astray by them is not wise. Proverbs 20, verse 1. Further, Proverbs 23:31 says, do not gaze at wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup, when it goes down smoothly. In the end, it bites like a snake and poisons like a viper. And so as believers, God has called us to live a higher level of consecration. And so we want to be able to ensure that the alcohol consumption, that it can certainly impact our mental ability. Maybe there's deeper issues in your life that you need healing from, and you're using that as a coping method, that God wants you to take a look at those things in your life, because he doesn't want it to be a vice for you, but he wants you to live a life that is full and abundant and overflowing, what we call that new wine in the scriptures, and not to be over consuming alcohol, because it certainly can affect not only your mental health, but your spiritual health as well. And so for those who are limiting their alcohol consumption, the studies show that there are lower rates of cancer. It also shows that the mental health is better. But if you are consuming alcohol, one or more drink a day, that your risk for some types of cancer also increases. Poor health is a result, and it can also lead to further depression. Eating refined foods, convenient foods such as fast food, junk food, that can be high in calories and low in nutrients. The ease of purchasing fast food in our society today is at an all-time high. Even after COVID-19, as things are beginning to open up, that people eat out at restaurants 4 to 5 times out of the week. And that what that does is it replaces eating healthier home-cooked meals. I want to read a statistic to you concerning fast food. In 1970, Americans spent about $6 billion on fast food. In 2000, they spent more than 110 billion. Americans now spend more money on fast food than on higher education, personal computers, computer software, or new cars. They spend more food on fast food than on movies, books, magazines, newspapers, videos, and recorded music combined. That quote is from Fast Food Nation, The Dark Side of the All-American Meal by Eric Scholler. And so that is a very alarming statistic. And studies continually show that people who consume a lot of fast food are more likely to have depression than those who eat fresh produce. Processed foods, especially those that are high in sugar, refined carbs, may contribute to a higher risk of depression. When a person eats refined carbs, the body's energy levels increase rapidly, but they crash. A bar of chocolate may give an instant boost, but a rapid low can also follow. And so it's best to opt for fresh, nutrient-dense whole food that provides a steady source of energy over time. Eating processed oils, or including processed oils in your diet, refined and saturated fats, trigger inflammation, and they can also impair brain function, which can worsen depression. These include trans fats, which are present in many processed foods, fats in red or some processed meats, safflower and corn oil, which are high in omega-6 fatty acids. Consuming too much caffeine. Caffeine benefits could be due to it being a stimulant and having antioxidant properties. However, it has to be consumed in moderation. So caffeine, even we have to watch the teas that we're consuming, coffee, some forms of chocolate, soda, energy drinks. And so there's evidence that small amounts of caffeine may reduce anxiety and boost mood. However, some research has found that it may increase feelings of anxiety, stress, depression in children in high school age. In addition, caffeine can affect a person's ability to sleep. While caffeine may benefit some people, it is best to consume it only in moderation. Avoid products that have a high caffeine content, such as energy drinks. And we also want to be able to avoid caffeine during the midday. And so I shared, some foods that are beneficial to boost our mood, as well as foods that we want to avoid that could lead to depression. And so what are the takeaways from today's show? 1 Corinthians 3:16 reminds us that our bodies are the temples of the living God. We tend to separate our brain health from the rest of our body. But good health means that we are looking at health from a holistic perspective, the way that God intended for our body, our soul, and our spirit. And we must renew our mindset to understand that eating well impacts our mental health. The example in the book of Daniel provides an excellent example that when we approach how we are eating from a spiritual position, that we will reap the physical benefits of increased strength, mental clarity, focus, as well as deeper spiritual insight. There's an old adage that says, "You are what you eat." If you are putting garbage into your body, the results will ultimately manifest in the form of sickness. God's will is that we live this life abundantly and that He wants us to prosper in our health according to 3 John 2. I wish above all things that you prosper and live in good health, even as your soul prospers. Be sure to share this show and follow me on social media at Women Rock Health Coaching. Listen to the Rock Your World Naturally show wherever you listen to podcasts. Be sure to rate and review the show wherever you listen. For more content from Rock Your World Naturally, visit womenrockhealthcoaching.com.